What's up, you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, we are taking a look at Nvidia stock options analysis. So, I'll take you over a lot of data on the options of Nvidia for the expiration of the next week, that is April 12th, 2024. And then I'll be putting a confluence together with the technicals on the chart here that what options at this point may expire worthless and which options might rake in some money, and where is the sentiment of the traders we have for this coming week. What direction is the bet, the sentiment of the bet on the market for Nvidia stock. So we'll take a look at a lot of data. I have taken the liberty of actually putting it really nicely on a sheet that I'll be explaining you as we go through this video. So definitely don't want to miss this video till the very end. You would learn a lot. You will get the sentiment of, how Nvidia with the, which direction the bet is being placed, and based off of the technicals, can those options come in fruition? So we'll talk about all of that. And I would highly suggest that if you can check out this video of mine that I did over this weekend, that this week can change everything forever on Nvidia stock. This is right over here on my channel. Check this video out, guys. This will give you a lot of head start already as we go through this options analysis together with the technicals here, okay? Now, before going further, I want to let you know that none of this is any financial advice. It's only for education purposes. I'm only providing my opinion. You are solely responsible for your decisions and outcomes in the market, okay? And for anything else that you do. So yeah, I'm just only providing my opinion. So, okay, so let's start off. So what I want to start off with is just giving you first the sentiment of where the price closed. It's at $880. Technically, Nvidia still is in the downtrend, and as I said, I would highly recommend that you check out my video that I did over the weekend on my channel. That will give you more sentiment and the understanding of the price action. But yes, we're still in the downtrend on Nvidia. We just got a rebound, but that's just a rebound. All in all, we are still in the downtrend though. But anyways, check that video out. That will tell you a lot more. Now, I want to go here on the options. Now, for what we have right now, so all this data that we have here, I put it on an Excel sheet just as I showed you, and I'm going to go over that in just a second to first give you the sentiment of where the weight is, okay? And then I'll talk about, is this even the possibility, right? So let's go to the sheet over here. So this is the dividing line. The red one on the left side are the puts, and all these are out of the money right now. And these are the open interests right now on the on Nvidia stock. So the red ones are out of the money puts options right now, because that's where the money is. When I say the money is, that's where it's more likely it will be profitable. Because other if you have a rolled over option already, or you're already having an option and it's in the money, that's a different story. And then because you would add a premium, right, the down payment that you would add on top of it, you can still go in the money. But I want to talk about out of the money, and because if you take an example here, you're in the money, look at the put option is expensive as well to that cost, right? So for that, and you will see less and less open interest for in the money already, right? So there's not much volume or liquidity to trade, so it's more lucrative always to trade out of the money. It's just because for many reasons. But anyways, there's a degradation and all of that, but that's something that's something for not for this video though. But okay, so here we have, right, the dividing line is between the puts and the calls. So one thing I'm noticing right off the gate is that the density of the puts here, I wish I can draw on the Excel here, but it doesn't allow me. So I'm just gonna move my cursor here, just follow through, guys. So we have a lot of density closer to the price on the downside here than the density on the call side. You can see the density is quite low. However, on the call side, we have a huge open interest still at $950. The x-axis is your price, okay? And the y-axis over here is your vertical axis is the open interest. Now, yeah, so 950 is still standing strong, but remember, options is just the betting. It's not that price is going to go there. It's just telling you that where are people trying to bet their money. It's like a roulette game, right? Just because where the most of the bet is doesn't mean that's the number going to land, right? But so, and we'll talk about with the technical stuff how many of may, in my opinion, can go worthless or whatever, and how many may come in fruition. So 950 is going to be our topic of talking here, because that's where the highest open interest on the call side is. Then we also have $900 here, which is also a good spike here. And then we have $1,000 on the call side. That is also quite steep high open interest still. On the put side, 850 is where the highest right now the puts are. And then we do have high density closer to, that tells me already that the sentiment is increasing to the downside because the density is increasing on the put side. We do have outlying spikes though, but these could be rolled over options as well. We'll talk about that just in a second. And then, yeah, 800 and 825 and 850 where the spikes are. I will be talking much more about 850 and also closer like 870 and 880. So let's first talk about the calls here. Like, are these possibilities? So 900. So, okay, I can just, go through here as well, this data, but it's just much more easier if I just pick up this chart and pick the number here and we talk about that in the technical. So 900, we have, on the call side, still a good open interest. So let's see if is 900 can make any money. So what is the 900 right now call out of the, so left side is your calls, right side is your puts here in the chart and in the table. So what was it, $900, right? Yeah, so let's go back here. Let's see, $900, what is it going for right now? $10. So you have to make at least 910 to break even on this. Okay, so let's go to the chart. $910 is right now above 200 hours moving average. All right, so let's mark $910 here to break even on this. Here we go. So it's above 200 hours moving average. And if I go to the daily interval, this is also sitting above 20 days moving average. So there are two things already not benefiting bulls here on the call side. And so it's, yeah, because to break even, you have to go against like 200 hours moving average and 20 days moving average overhead resistance, right? And also, the structure on Nvidia is still in the downtrend. There is no structural shift to the upside unless and until it's not breaking above $891. And as I said, check out my video on my channel that I just showed you. Here it is again. I can show you here again. Here's the video. Check this out to learn more about the technicals that will give a lot of clarity to you guys much more. So in my opinion, that 910, which is $900 call, is not looking great to me going into this week. It's against the tide of what Nvidia is doing right now. So there's a lot of resistance sitting before we can even go there. Now, this brings us the question that is 950, where the next much more calls options are sitting, is that even a possibility, junior trader, you ask? 950 puts up us here, wow. Yeah, that's, and what is it going for though? Let's see, 950 is going for $1.47. So you still have to make like, what, 952 at least. So, oh, sorry. The thing is that with 952 to break even, you are still going against the trend. Like, you will be better off risking for just the next week if price action even confirms for 910 than going for 950. 950 is way far. It's right now, price action has to go first above, recapture 891. Get out of 200 hours moving average. Get out of 20 days moving average on daily interval. Break these significant levels. Then make its way. I don't think Nvidia has that much time for the next week. I think 950, unfortunately, is not going to bring any money. This thing, even though it's sitting as the highest spike, in my opinion, 950 is going to go worthless going into next week. And 1,000 also. 1,000 is out of the question, in my opinion. Next week, it's not happening. If it happens, it happens. But the possibility of that is like 2%, in my opinion, right now. 950 also maybe 10% possibility, but nah, I won't touch it. Calls 900 has some chance if the price can recapture 891, though it's still in the downtrend, so it's like breaking the structure to the upside. So then possibly that 900 call may bring in some money, but you have to be really quick because you're gonna go through your degradation on the options as well. But anyways, I am not in the direction of trading these calls and unfortunately $1,000. I haven't put the data of $1,200, but I'm seeing some this type of spikes just for how we have $1,100 spike, and it's just worthless. I mean, yeah, $1,000 unfortunately, 950 is very likely gonna go worthless next week, and then we have 900 maybe, but right now the price is not favoring in that direction either. So let's talk about the put side. So we have 850. Let's talk about this one first, because that's where the highest spike is. So 850, what is it going for right now? $6.76. So you gotta be making like around 843. Nvidia needs to go at least there. So 843 is, let's draw this line. So I'm gonna get rid of this line here. Let's go 843 is right around here. So the thing is that, guys, the structure is favoring the downside, and as long as Nvidia is not breaking above 891, this 843 put can bring in the money. Yes. But yeah, as long as we break above 891 and close the day above that, this also then gets into question. But right now, structure is favoring 843 or 850. In other words, 843 with equivalent to the price, how much you're paying for the down payment on this. But it's still likely that may come. We do have some support sitting. Look, this is where the choppiness is expected, this blue box. Okay, it's right in that blue box. So, but yeah, it's still possible. This is looking better than the calls though right now to me. But let's talk about these. Just because there is more interest sitting here doesn't mean you also have to go there. I'm just saying that this is where most of them are sitting right now. And that's where just I'm telling you that like on the call side, these are gonna go. Many people are gonna lose their money on the calls on this 950 because it may go worthless. But it doesn't mean you also have to go to where the spike is. Look at the 880 and 870 as well. Why not look at these, right? So let's take a look at that. 880 is going to be expensive though, $17. So to make any money on this, you have to have at least what, 863 and below. So, or 862 to put it simply. So 862, definitely your risk is higher, but 862 is not bad. It has high likelihood of happening. 862, yes. Well, it does have to break this, the level of support. So, but it's in that direction. So in my opinion, yes, even though it's going for higher, there is more likelihood that, sorry, which one it was? 880, here we go, yeah. 875 is, it's anyone's game here, these ones. 870 is going for $13. This one, is, yeah, I would, again, 875 and 880 has high likelihood of winning. And we might even get to 850 because that's where the more high open interest is. But then technicals are also favoring that downside on Nvidia. I won't go any further out than 850 for the next week though. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, in my opinion, there is much more money that will be made on the put side, and unfortunately, in my opinion, 950 and 1,000, even though we have spikes there, they're gonna go worthless. $900 calls may rake in some money if only 891 is recaptured and the close, but $900 call only has a chance if Nvidia can regain 891 by Tuesday. If it can't, it's not gonna make any money. So puts are gonna win in my opinion. There's a lot of density also increasing on the put side. You can see a lot of spreads are happening in various. When you see these isolated spikes, these are usually people holding on to or rolling over their calls and hoping that, oh, let's now roll it. But when you see these densities spread across very uniformly, that tells you that there's just more interest falling over here. And some might be doing even straddle going both ways, but I don't think there's that much of volatility, at least right now, due to an absence of any catalyst that going on both sides. But I would, again, I don't know if how many are going both sides. I don't see that data. So I'm just going to stick with the data. And on the data side, it's just that puts densities is increasing. Puts have high likelihood of making more money. Unfortunately, even though we are seeing these spikes on the calls, they are going to go worthless, in my opinion. $900 may come in if by Tuesday Nvidia can regain and close above 891. Otherwise, it's just more going to be the puts that going to be making money on Nvidia. All right, guys, that's my read on the options for Nvidia, and that's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe, and with that, I'll see my next videos. Also, if you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. I have 2 trading bots, 2 indicators, Wall Street alerts, and all of that. Links are in the description below of this video. All right, guys, with that, I'll see my next videos. Take care. Bye.